Welcome class. Today we're going to be starting a brand new unit titled The Great Depression, and we're going to be switching things up a little bit. We were so focused on Europe and places abroad all these months, and now we're going to be bringing things back home in the United States. And following World War I, the United States was the world's leading economic power, and this was a position that would continue to grow stronger during the boom times of the 1920s. But by the end of the decade, the United States economy would soon crash. The economy slowed briefly following the war, but was booming again by 1921, and the economy would slowly grow throughout the 20s. Most of this growth occurred in industry, with automobile manufacturing a huge part of that boom. We have plants like the Ford Motor Company generating very popular cars. We also had factories that also turned out a wide range of consumer goods, including radios, vacuum cleaners, and washing machines. All items that people around the country desperately wanted in their homes to make life more convenient. The success of the American industry was reflected in the stock market. The overall value of the stocks trade rose an astounding 400% during the 1920s. Americans around the country rushed to buy these stocks, afraid that they would miss out on this opportunity of prosperity. Many people, they borrowed money from stockbrokers in order to purchase this stock. This was known as buying on the margin. This increasing investment in stock drove prices even higher. The stock market was booming, but there were problems in the American economy. The new wealth that was created was not distributed evenly. The richest 1% earned 19% of the entire nation's income. Also during the 1920s, easy availability of credit allowed Americans to increase their spending on consumer goods. Credit is an arrangement in which a purchaser borrows money from a bank or other lender and agrees to pay it back over time. And by the end of the decade, many consumers were reaching the limit of their credit and could no longer afford to buy the products that had kept the United States economy expanding. Many families around the nation, they were extending their credit to purchase those goods that factories were pushing out, like vacuum cleaners, radios, home appliances, things to make their life more convenient, and it was very convenient for them. However, now the well is running dry. By the fall of 1929, consumer spending had slowed, and the sales of some products had suffered badly. Fears began to grow that stock prices might soon drop. And at the end of October, nervous investors began to sell off their stocks. Seeing all of these nervous investors starting to sell off their stocks started this ripple effect, and many others joined in, and a huge sell-off began. The worst day was on October 29th, and this day is known as Black Tuesday. On Black Tuesday, investors sold off nearly 16 million shares on that day alone. With so few people wanting to buy the stocks that had flooded the market, stock prices collapsed completely. Many investors who had borrowed money to buy stocks were forced to sell at a loss and repay their loans. Here we have the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is a price-weighted average of significant stocks traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And we can see October 1929, and we see the prices of stocks significantly drop, and they plummet to shares we've never seen before. And here we have crowds gathering on Wall Street after the crash. Many people are panicked. That'll wrap things up for today. Once you have everything down in your notes, you can get things packed up. We will see you in class next time. Have a great night.